What's up? My name is Proud ASMR, and today I have a tattoo tracing video for you. So I know this is a ridiculous angle, and I never wanted to be this close to the camera for literally any reason, but we're gonna make it work today. We're gonna make it happen. I have a lot of tattoos to show you, and I have this mechanical pencil with me to trace them. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to do this because they're all on my arms, and that's kind of an awkward placement to be able to trace it, but we're gonna make it happen. I love these videos, and I hope that you will enjoy this. A couple of my tattoos don't necessarily have like super personal meaning. It's I know this is like a cliche, but when you start getting a ton of tattoos, like I feel like you just care about that a little bit less. So yeah, not all of them have a ton of profound meaning, but some of them do. And I thought that I would share that with you today too. Okay, we're gonna start with this big floral piece here, because that's the first one that I got, which is a big first tattoo. My tattoo artist was like, "Are you sure that you want to go that big for your first tattoo?" And I was like, "Yes." I have like always wanted tattoos, and I've always known that I wanted to have a full sleeve, so I wasn't worried about regretting it later on, and I don't at all, so that's cool. I was right. It's just a really simple floral piece. So there are these big flowers with a little bit of shading in the middle, some little sprigs and other leaves coming off. I don't know what kind of flowers they are exactly. I didn't request any specific kind. So he just kind of drew this up for me, which was really cool. I like that some of the buds are closed up like this one, and then some of them are blooming like this one, and this one. So I got this done, like I said, it was my first one, and I got it done the day after I moved to college. I was 18 years old, and really the only meaning of this one is that I wanted to get a tattoo right when I moved to college as like a symbol of freedom and, doing what makes me happy. And I love it. I think it's beautiful. I got flowers because I knew that flowers were something that are timeless and that I wouldn't regret in the future. So I actually had it planned for a few months before I moved to college. favorite song, and I really wanted this lyric on my arm because this is really personal to me. Basically, for me, this is just about living as authentically as I can and never lying to myself about who I am. And also, like, not trying to live in such a way that I'm more concerned with making myself palatable to other people than I am with making myself happy. So, this one's really hard to trace because it's on the inside of my arm, so I think that's that for that one. The next one that I got is also going to be really hard to show you. It's on the back of my arm here, and it is this jellyfish. I got this jellyfish because it's a reference to my favorite movie, which is 7 Pounds. With Will Smith. So if you've seen that movie, you might understand the reference. I would absolutely 10 out of 10 recommend that movie, but do want to provide a trigger warning for suicide. It's a really sad movie. So I wanted to get a box jellyfish. I don't know that like this is 100% anatomically correct to a box jellyfish, but I think it's beautiful. And to be honest with you, I don't know much about aquatic life at all. I just thought it would be beautiful and thought that it would be a nice, subtle reference to my favorite movie. If you look at it pretty closely, there's a lot of stippling detail, and I think that looks really cool. So we can trace the darker parts. And also the dots, dot, 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 and then trace the darker parts again. And then stipple, 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 stipple. Okay, so that was the one that I got next. I had all 3 of those done my freshman year of college, and so I was like 18, 19 for all of those. Then after that, I got this one that's right here, and this one that's right here at the same time. It was the summer after my freshman year, so I was still 19, I think. So this one is a National Defense Medal because my dad was in the Army, and so this is a tattoo for my father, and then this is a tattoo for my mother, and I got this tattoo from my mother for the same reason, actually, because I had a lot of anxiety as a kid. She gave me a little engraved ring that she also like had a matching one for, and it just said me, be brave. And so I have like those two little tokens from my parents that are supposed to make me stronger, and I really appreciate that. I think that I think they were really well done, especially this one. Like the level of detail that's in this one is super, super impressive, and they both make me really happy. So, like I said, got those this summer after my freshman year of college, and then what was next? Oh, I have one on my ankle, which I'm not going to show you because that would be just insanely hard at this point. But I have one on my ankle that is the handwriting of one of my friends from childhood, and it just says "Keep me wild." So it says "Keep." This might be backwards for you, but that's okay. Keep me wild. And she also got one in my handwriting that says "Keep me safe." And that's like kind of a super basic tattoo. I don't remember where we got the idea, but probably somewhere online. And it was kind of like on a whim. She was visiting me that summer, and we just decided to get matching tattoos, and that's the only matching tattoo that I have right now. But I do plan on getting one with my best friend at some point soon, probably post-grad. But yeah, I'm not going to show you that one, but it's pretty simple. It's on my left ankle, like on the inside. And then after that, in the fall of my sophomore year, I got this one next, and this one says "Reckless Optimist," which, if you're familiar with Hannah Hart, is something that she says all the time. She says "practice reckless optimism," and I just love that. That really resonates with me, and Hannah Hart was super influential when it comes to my coming out process. Like when I was younger, I would love watching her videos, and she did like a coming out series, and that just helped me a lot in regards to, again, like being honest with myself and loving myself and being authentic. You'll notice that that's a theme with a lot of my stuff because it's something that I've struggled with a lot. But yeah, so I got it in this like Old English kind of font, and I really like it. I also really like the placement. God, tracing this backwards is really, really hard. Okay, I really like the placement of this. And this was my first like super visible one because obviously it was easier to hide the ones that were on my upper arm with sleeves. This is my first like super visible one because it's on my forearm. And let's see. After that. So that was fall of my sophomore year, and I guess the next one was this one. So I don't know why that took me so long to figure out because I only have two left and one of them's very recent, so whatever, my brain isn't working today. Anyways, the next one was this one, and this is an American traditional swallow tattoo that is like kind of on my elbow, kind of like in my elbow ditch. And I got this done the spring of my sophomore year of college. So I was 20, and I got this done in March of 2020, which was, you know, the month that the month that the world ended, and so this was the last time that I was tattooed for a while, but I didn't know that at the time, and I just knew that it was that like weird part at the beginning of all of this where, you know, we knew that things weren't going to be the same for a while, but like not nearly to the degree that that it ended up being. And so yeah, so I wasn't like uncomfortable with going to get a tattoo at the time, whereas now I can't believe that, you know, at the beginning of March of last year I went and got a tattoo because the shops closed just a few days later. But yeah, so it's a swallow in like a black and gray American traditional, with 2 little flowers on either side, and I really like this one. Basically the reason that I got it is because there's a lot of symbolism with swallow tattoos. The thing that really resonated with me was that sailors would get a swallow tattoo before leaving for a long voyage, and the idea was that the swallow would carry them through and would protect them, and then they would get another swallow tattoo when they finished their journey and arrived back home. So that was really meaningful for me when I got it done, because it was the beginning of all the craziness that's going on in the world. I know that I, you know, shouldn't say the name of it on YouTube, but I got it done at the start of all the craziness last year, and I was also going through a breakup at the time, and that was really hard on me. Super long-term relationship and whatnot. And so I got this done as like a reminder that I was going to make it through my journey, and that I would make it home again at some point, and that everything would turn out okay. And so that one's pretty meaningful to me too. Let's see. I'm trying really hard not to cough right now, because that's not conducive to ASMR. And then the last tattoo that I have to show you is this one, which is on my forearm. And this one I just got done a few weeks ago, so she's pretty fresh. And this is Lady Justice. So she has a balance in her hand. And there's her blindfold, because Justice is blind. And there's her long flowy hair. Nose, mouth, chin. And then this is the cloth that she's wearing. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, hold on. This is the cloth that she's wearing. It goes all the way down to her feet. And in this right arm, she has a sword. She has a sword. And it's cross-hatched all the way throughout to give it some depth and dimension. And we've got these little dots here.
And yeah, so this is Lady Justice. This one doesn't have a ton of meaning. I really liked the idea of getting justice and prudence on like either arm, because those are typically they're typically shown together in old paintings and things like that. I thought it was a really compelling piece of art, and I also think that a lot of people nowadays really twist the idea of what justice means, and I think people forget that, justice is supposed to be blind, and justice isn't supposed to discriminate against people, and things like that. So I don't like that the image of justice has been co-opted by people to do harm to other people, and so that's kind of why I got this done. But it doesn't have a ton of personal significance as much as the ones for my family do. Those are all the tattoos that I have as of right now. I do plan on filling out the rest of this arm and having a full sleeve. Someday I'll work on this one too, but for right now, I wanted to finish this project first. But yeah, that's what my tattoos are. I know that I started out whispering and I ended up going into kind of a soft-speaking voice because I couldn't tell how well you could hear me, because the mic is further away from me than usual. I have the gain up pretty high, but I know that there tends to be a little bit of background noise in my videos because my fridge is right there and it makes a lot of noise. My air conditioning system is above me and it makes a lot of noise. I also live in a city, and so there's a lot of traffic outside and things like that. So I hope that those things didn't bother you too much. I hope that you found this video interesting or relaxing, and above all else, I hope that you are proud of yourself tonight, and that you will get rest, my friends.